What's up, y'all? Happy Thursday. Happy Boxem office hours. Hope you guys are all having a good day. If you guys are watching on the replay, we're live every Thursday at 4 for Boxem office hours. Come drop your questions, that kind of stuff. And I posted an awesome YouTube video you guys should check out today. Just 15 minutes of product sourcing, and Miles posted a great YouTube video yesterday as well. So make sure you guys are tuned in on all the free education. And yeah, as you're hopping on in here, let us know what questions we can answer for you. Whether it is getting started, shipping related, Boxem, anything you guys have questions about. Let's jam here.
Probably, maybe to the day. They haven't announced the exact Prime Day days yet. It's probably going to be 2 days, but most likely 2 months to the day, or very close to it, away from the first Prime Day of the year, guys. So that's probably maybe like the second biggest e-commerce day of the entire year. Honestly, I'm gonna ChatGPT that real quick.
I'm always more hyped for buying holidays.
Which Prime Day is definitely is
that's true. That's true. I forget every year there's like a million websites that like compete with Prime Day, so that'll make some good sales. But still, I'm always hyped for like Memorial Day and stuff. That's where that's where all the profit is created.
Let's see. I'm gonna look up this Prime Day a sec because it's probably the biggest. You got a haircut? Hey, appreciate you, Jose. Come on, appreciate you, man. Yep.
I told him with the polo, it looks like he's about to sell some insurance. Let me know if I'm right there, Jose.
Let's see.
Let's see. Yeah, you can submit whatever you bought recently, Sufyan. Yeah. And then if you're getting same as any ungating thing, just add pictures, that kind of thing.
Yep, no vape in the battle station. Yeah, Warner, did I send you that video?
No vape anywhere near you. Come on, man. You gotta add some of those years back to your life. Watch this
video I'm about to send you. It's fucking hilarious. These guys made this edit of one of the coaching program calls because Chris was vaping and I called him out for it. And they made an edit of it. It's absolutely hilarious. I'm about to send you it as well. I see you're here too. I don't know if I sent it to. I'm gonna send it in there. Yeah, David saw it too as well. Yeah, that shit was hella good banter.
What's up, David? What's up, Christopher?
Yeah, guys, if you guys want us to review any of your ASINs too, drop your ASINs in the chat, and we're happy to tap in and take a look at them for you guys as well.
What's up, white noise? Yeah, change just swap up the file info basically. Change the order of what documents are in it, add a picture, that kind of thing. Let's see. Yeah, everyone's got a lot of comments on the trim, but how scared should you be of IP complaints? So you shouldn't, as long as you are just checking out the chart on SellerAnt. Basically, just make sure there's not a big cliff in the number of sellers on it. Make sure that the seller on it is not the brand themselves, that kind of thing.
Yep. Okay. So yeah. So Amazon's Prime Day exceeds Cyber Monday. So it's basically like Cyber Monday, Black Friday, and then Prime Days. But Prime Day is technically 2 days right there. But yeah, y'all gotta get ready getting Home Depot invoices set up. How do you recommend tracking profit / sales, etc. until I get Boxem? It's pretty hard without it. If you don't have Boxem, it's probably just because you're pretty new. And by the time you need to start tracking profit, or at least you don't want to prioritize it, it's probably time to test it out. And
yeah, Hannah, basically, like, you're a business owner now, so you got to value your time. I would just grab a free trial, because shipping is gonna be 2 to 3 times faster. And then if you're tracking every single sale on like a Google Sheet, if you're spending literally 1 hour a month on that, you're putting your time at $50 an hour, which just go get a good job if that's the case, right? So yeah, just grab a free trial and build a business.
Joey says, does credit card statement help as well? Yeah, all that extra info you guys can add on those ungates definitely isn't going to hurt. Yeah, no, that's definitely going to hurt that. Get a low taper
low taper fade. Interesting.
The Wi-Fi astronaut skin taper.
Let's see. Some books just to be for business. I like Lean Startup. A lot of the classic stuff that people just mention a lot is classic for a reason. 4-hour work week, that kind of stuff. You don't need to read like a crazy amount to sell on Amazon though. Just kind of dive in on some YouTube and get rolling. But there's still lots of good stuff. What are your favorites, Miles?
Yeah, I completely agree. And that pretty much no book is going to tell you how to do Amazon right, but a lot of stuff is going to give you little bits and pieces that'll just help your life and how you operate as a human being. So
Yeah.
definitely the 4-Hour Work Week, Lean Startups, very good. A couple more so like mindset books. The Slight Edge is really good. The Compound Effect is fire. Rich Dad Poor Dad's really good. And then let's see. Oh, the Almanac of Naval Ravikant is an excellent one as well. If I were going to recommend one, I would probably recommend that last one, the Almanac of Naval Ravikant.
Yeah, what's more useful if you're gonna read some stuff is like mindset, basically, because you're not gonna learn too much tactical business information in a book about reselling on Amazon, but like it's kind of how you should approach running a business for sure. Let's see. How do you find a product that's profitable or a good niche to look for? Do you suggest storefront stocking? Yeah, so that's going to be the best place to start, Fernando. And then diving into specifically, just dive into anything you're already ungated to sell, because the people who sell that brand are going to be selling a lot of things that you can also either get approved to sell or you're already approved for, basically. And the big thing, like if you're when all of you guys are trying to find that next opportunity to look at, figure out what's cheap and then dive in based on that information, right? Don't just start randomly opening up storefronts and random websites and manually sourcing that. You'll have a lot more success going, all right, what's cheap? Then focusing on, hey, I'm going to look at the Amazon sellers who sell this brand that I saw is really cheap today on, Macy's, the brand's website, whatever it is.
Yep.
Facts, Pete.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, that's absolute facts.
Actually, it's behind it. I think it's just out of frame, but it's behind me on the bookshelf back over there.
See part of it there, the blue. Oh no, I think it's tan. What's going on? All right, so as I'm gonna pull up this review here. Let's see. Yeah, y'all drop some ASINs in the chat too. We'll take a look for you guys here.
Let's see. When you're replenishing with Boxem, do you make a new SKU with current buy cost every time for the most accurate? Yeah. So you don't have to make a new SKU to have a new buy cost stored. In fact, technically, you're not supposed to have two SKUs, same fulfillment method, in stock at the same time. So if you're planning on restocking the same thing over and over again, just put in your correct cost and restock that SKU. It's not a rule that Amazon enforces, and they haven't enforced it in a long time, but just a good habit to get into. But you don't have to just when you're entering it on the actual shipment flow, that'll store your analytics properly.
All right, so we got Warner, you're gonna pop me up here. All right, sweet. So let's take a look. So going here right off the bat,
Tamagotchi, that's old school.
That is old school, man. Yeah. So
take me back to elementary.
Yeah. So right off the bat, we can see 1,700 reviews, right? So we know this listing actually sells well, but even better than that, I can see the sales rank is 214K, which is a little bit high, right? Don't worry about the percent, just worry on the total BSR right here. Estimated sales is 31, which is not amazing here, right? And then we scroll down here to the Keepa. Keepa is not bad at all though, right? We can see some seller count, some offer count movements, the same thing on the bottom there. It's trended down, right? Price is nice and steady here, right? Like pretty much like 41 here. Pops up a little bit, 42, 41, pretty much the whole time right there, right? This is not a bad Keepa chart whatsoever, right? Pretty much what you're looking for is, I don't know what we can pay for this, but say we pay like 19 for it or something like that, right? You're looking for stable or decreasing competition right here, which we can see. Stable or increasing price, which we can see. This is rock solid stable here. Right. And then for the most part, under 200K BSR, but sometimes you'll see a chart like this that's a little bit higher BSR, but still good. And then $3 plus profit per sale. Right. And then a 30% plus ROI. It's going to be the key on that there. I think David was speaking of the prime bump there. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. OK, so right. Warner, you want to explain to the people why this 28 guy would not be getting buy box?
That's a huge prime bump. Yeah.
Prime bump. Yeah.
I mean, we could look at the specific delivery date, but they probably have a shipping template that means it's going to show up super late.
Yep.
And then Amazon's just not going to prioritize that. Usually you'll see like a couple bucks you can charge over FBM. So especially if you guys see an item that only has FBM sellers on it, you can always charge more than what it is at currently. But that's a great example of a huge prime bump.
Yeah. So like what Warner's talking about, this is a really, really important thing. You guys do not need to match the lowest price. We can see on this specific item, the buy box is at 41, but the lowest price is at 28.82. How the heck can that be possible, right? And what you need to understand is that Amazon wants to put the person in the buy box that has the best customer experience, which is a combination of delivery dates and price, right? So the seller currently in the buy box has a price of 41 and a delivery date of May 19th. That's pretty soon. right? I bet you if we go down here, the other options are probably way further back, right? So we can see May 22nd to 29th, that's way further back, right? May 23rd, further back. May 30th, way further back, right? May 30th, way further back. May 21st, further back, right? So we can see it makes sense why this seller is getting buy box that has the best delivery dates right there, right? And that's why it's important that you're using Boxem for your FBA shipments just to make things easier, gets things out as quick as possible right there so that your stuff can check into FBA and be fully available with the best possible delivery dates as quick as possible, and just using Seller Essentials like kind of confusing the first couple of times you do it. So use Boxem, way easier to do all your analytics and stuff like that. But this concept of understanding delivery dates and the prime bump, where you can price higher FBA compared to your FBM competition, is a very, very important and profitable concept you guys can employ right here. Yep.
Yeah. Storefront, a different category. That's what's up. That's what's up. Other than Amazon, what should sellers consider getting into? I mean, you like the traditional like thing you hear is like millionaires have X streams of income, right? But they always started building one foundational stream of income that they mastered, and then usually they built things that expanded upon that, right? So if you're brand new, you don't want to start 6 different things at once. Like, Amazon's a good opportunity, so build a great income on Amazon and then use the money that you can generate from that cash machine to start whatever that is. Maybe that's a private label on Amazon. Maybe that's selling stuff on a different marketplace, making your own website, selling an offer that services Amazon sellers, right? Whatever that is. But yeah, you don't want to start a bunch of different things at once.
Yep. And I haven't sold all my units. What should I do? I don't know if we answered this one from Hannah yet. Most likely, you got to look at not most likely, but you got to look at the Keepa and see if it makes sense that it would recover in price, aka if the competition's going down. But if that discount isn't super accessible anymore, right, the competition probably will go down, price will go back up. But if that deal's still around, the competition will probably continue to keep going up, unfortunately, there. Yep, lead a horse to water, he shall drink. Yes, sir. You recognize David from the coaching calls, Warner?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Is there any way to increase tips other than 0-day handling time and later than 11 p.m. cutoff? Yes. FBA. Yeah, FBA will sell stuff substantially quicker comparatively. You just got to obviously wait for it to check in and buy typically a little bit more. Yeah.
Yep. Got your own template without SSA. Sales have dropped a bit. Usually you'll make more sales without
SSI.
Yeah, without SSA. Usually SSA costs you some sales, but it buys you kind of some safety. Like usually I only turn it on during Q4 in case stuff is delayed, then it's not your fault. You probably need to you probably have some certain states that you could make it better for the buyer. And then you'll be able to crank some sales back up. That, or check those listings, and there might be more, like a higher percentage of FBA sellers on that listing. That's also pretty likely.
If seller and review count a reliable way to check if a variation is selling well? Yes, but the best way, in my opinion, is the specific Keepa chart for that variation, right? So if you guys want us to break down an example of what that looks like, drop a 1 in the chat, and I'll pull up an example of what that looks like for you guys here. So drop a 1 in the chat, and I'll pop that up for you guys here.
Bad idea to stay mostly FBM for first 10K. No, that's a great idea, Joey. I wouldn't limit yourself to only FBM, like the stuff you're crushing on. Buy a bunch of it, restock some FBM, and ship even more to FBA because you'll generally sell more units FBA. But yeah, I mean, if you had to pick one when you're new, I would pick FBM. So you're doing it great. You're doing a great job.
Yep. Whereas Neanderthal like last time? Oh, I've had an item for 2 weeks, but monthly sales going down. Should I just return the units? Nah, take a look on the Keepa chart and see if it's moving. If it's moving on the Keepa chart, you're good. If not, then you want to avoid it. Man, I was eating and had a good laugh on the profile. oh, I do remember that. Yeah, now I remember, bro, there. Yeah. All right, y'all don't want to see a variation listing here? I've been doing 90% close, so I've been light and over 25. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think reduced fee rate above that, right? Or is it below? It's one way or the other. The fees get lower on that.
Very common.
For sure. Plan on doing some RA at discount stores, start scanning everything. Yeah, for the most part. I know you've already sold a little bit, Adrian. So like if you see brands that you already sell or brands that are similar to the brands that you sell already, I would focus on that. But yeah, for the most part, it's just scan everything. Same as OA. Like look at as much stuff as possible. You'll eventually start figuring out like smaller pockets that tend to be good. Yeah, you'll kind of find what works for you.
Trying to be on the professional side, or should I go ahead and start making moves? You can change the business name whenever you want to, Jose, as well. Like even your storefront name, you should probably start honestly a bunch of times. You know. You guys are giving me a bunch of good ideas here. Is buying variations considered diversification? 100%. Yeah, they're all unique ASINs. They're all unique Kiba charts, all unique items. Very good question there too, Hannah. Yeah. For easier, Ungate's been having a rough time with number of submissions. Yeah, it's a pretty good. Yeah, I'd say it's decent, but don't see it as like this magic thing. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get approved if you're taking action.
Yeah, the more you sell, the more you'll auto ungate, but there's still plenty of stuff you can just submit the invoice to.
Yeah. And Amazon price leaves no room for profit. Never worry about the recommended price. Right. Never look at that. Purely just look at where the sales are going. And even if a listing is suppressed, it's probably still selling if the offer count shows movement. So don't automatically avoid stuff that has like no buy box, AK like suppressed, basically. Yeah. What categories do you like mostly for new sellers? I focus on makeup and hair stuff. Should I focus on one category or try to look for others? Yeah. So never like think of like trying for a random category. Just storefront stock and let the market tell you where to go. Basically is my thought process. Like, so if you watch Warner's video from today, right? 15-minute sourcing challenge, right? You can see the winning products he finds in that video and you can go ahead and get started from there. Just storefront stocking, right? And that's going to be a great place to get started with that stuff. Yeah. It's kind of the way I think about it. And that like, headhunting and going after specific types of products and everything, that makes sense when you're already established and you kind of earn the right to, for lack of a better term. Yeah.
Calculated ROI are the ROI for FBM basically the same, or should you do FBM instead? It's going to depend on the product, Elvis. Usually there'll be a small variance in like standard size items. Think like half a pound to a couple pounds. It's usually around the same price. The real trade-off is speed to market, right? Because you're getting a lot more product to market via FBM, but you're probably going to sell less units via FBM. Now you'll also run into some products that are they're impossible to be profitable if they're really cheap and light via FBM, and some heavier products are only profitable via FBM.
Yep, that's facts right there. So that's why the Seller Amp FBM calculator is really, really important there, y'all. As well. Big keys guy? Big key? Yeah, I am a big key guy. So with FBM, can I sell as fast with shipping speed? Typically, yeah. Nah, don't utilize credit. Ideally, you never utilize it. It's up to you when you're established. Might make sense to you then, but we're never going to recommend it.
Yeah, Lily, it's a good tool for sellers who've been around for a while and know like exactly what they would spend it on. So basically, you'll know when you're ready to leverage credit. If you're new, then it's not worth the risk.
Yeah.
Because credit and debt only amplifies what you're already doing, right? So if what you're already doing is learning and probably making a couple mistakes here and there and gradually getting better, you're going to amplify all those mistakes in the early days. But then if you wait and after you understand everything, then you amplify a business, you understand everything, then that's a great idea.
Yep. Connect with me on Discord, guys. Adrian, you got to tap in with the fellas on the voice chat in the Launchpad. The dude's been posted up in the voice chat on the Launchpad. Bro, remember how Jimmy used to be holding court in the
like every day? Yeah. Anywhere else you would recommend taking a 20 to 25% ROI, not to establish the account, but for like very consistent low return products, basically. But yeah, there's no reason to sell stuff just to like feed the account, because then you're always going to incur like some extra expenses here and there that you might not be thinking about. But yeah, just sell stuff that's profitable.
Yep, let's make some money, peeps. When I'm down on the late night. Yeah, on the late night. there.
You
Yeah.
just got some game for the eBay tab here.
Ooh, damn.
Very slept on. I don't even think about eBay too
I
much.
couldn't
So
even
yeah, I
tell you
like that,
all
Adrian.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is the eBay options. You can see like eBay comps on SellerAmp. I know there's like I mean there's dudes whose entire business is just looking at the eBay comps on SellerAmp, which is really cool.
Yeah, there's even like you know, some platforms you can even talk to them and get like special deals and everything as well. It's interesting stuff there. Cool. Yeah, what other questions y'all got for us here, right? We got basically pretty much about two months till Prime Day, 2 months or so till back to school kicks off, 5-6 months till Q4 kicks off. Is good times, y'all. Y'all got to be ready here. Thoughts on tariffs as they relate to Amazon? Yeah, so I actually posted a video probably about a week ago on the tariff situation. It doesn't really affect our niche of Amazon sellers. It does affect other niches of Amazon sellers. So you should totally check that out. It's kind of like a full in-depth breakdown on that whole situation, basically. But TLDR, you don't need it if you're an arbitrage seller, or you don't need to worry about it. But if you're doing like private label or something along those lines, it could have, you know, major implications on your business.
Yeah, and if it trickles to arbitrage eventually, we'll just raise prices. Same that's been happening for years. Prices on things go up. We raise the price on Amazon, and that's it's just inflation 101. It's
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, what categories do you like most for new sellers? I don't know if we answered this one, but makeup, hair is good. Yeah, anything that people buy again and again, it's kind of consistent. Grocery items, that kind of thing. There's also a lot of brands that are like very arbitrage friendly in clothing and shoes. Obviously, you got to deal with returns and some extra headaches with that, but yeah, pretty much there's profit everywhere.
Yeah, Prime Day, and then Q4 will be here soon. I'm still doing OA. How long does it usually take to find your first product? Yeah, so the nice thing is, Dominique, finding your first product isn't even really about finding stuff that sells quick. That's actually pretty easy to do via storefront stalking. It's just about making the numbers work, right? So I think the best place to start is just on the winning items you see in Warner and I's videos, storefront stalking from there, right? And then using those same discounts we use in those videos, because those are the big differentiating factors, right? To make the numbers work on different SKUs. Yeah. Numero's working on different SKUs there.
For sure. Let's see. Stopped. Interesting.
Ooh.
Shipping from UK. Yeah, I haven't messed with that too much, Lee, because it's not super useful in the US. There's plenty of buyers in the US for, I think it's the global shipping program for
oh,
eBay.
okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I had no idea what that.
Yeah. eBay like subsidizes shipping across portals and stuff. I remember because I would like one of the many things I tried before like finding Amazon was eBay drop shipping. And there'd be some stuff where we could you could like arbitrage the value there because you're just shipping it from like a retailer.
Okay, Joey, I don't think that ASIN exists, Joey.
Switch the O for a 0. It looks like he probably typed it manually.
Oh yes, because it was like these ginormous squares here. Aha, found it. Oh shit, I think this is gonna be good, man. Let me hop on screen share for y'all.
Yeah,
here.
pop it up there.
Boom. All right, sweet. So right off the bat, 23K BSR, folks making money. Period. Rank wouldn't be this low if they weren't making money. Let's go down to keep a chart here. We can see, aha. So competition, this bottom keep a chart's going up a bit, right? Price is going down a bit, right? So if we go to the year long here, right, we can see competition's going up, price is going down a bit. Don't love that right here, right? But depending on what our buy cost is, 17 here, right? And then the Gap website, if you scroll to the bottom, there's a 20% code. So if we go here, 17.5 minus 20%, oops, 17.5 minus 20%. Discount and gift cards are typically pretty decent on Gap, around like 14%. This ain't quite good. If it goes back up to where it was at like 28, this is good. But I wouldn't really recommend it. Yeah, unfortunately. But
Set a little track on that too.
What's up?
You can track that price too. See if it comes back up.
Yeah, exactly. So we could go here and hit track product and then go here and get notified when this goes up to 28 or wherever on there too. And actually, interestingly enough, these medium dresses are good and they're more expensive. And yeah, cool. So this variation you actually should buy if, maybe not shown in the video here, but minus the 20% code, minus the gift cards. Hey, life ain't bad, family, right? Life ain't bad there, right? Well, 12, 30 bucks right here, $7.50 profit, 61% ROI. Life ain't bad. You know, it's a good item. And storefront stock from there, right? Storefront.
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of profit off of that as well. So yeah, keep the questions rolling here. And then all of you guys that are already selling Amazon and kind of getting more serious about it as well, make sure you grab a free trial of Boxem down below. That's like the best way to make your shipments and track profit and kind of the whole back in your business with some crazy stuff on the way too. So you can lock in that lifetime pricing now, and you'll get all the fun stuff that we're working on.
Nice cut on. Appreciate you, Deke. Appreciate you. How can I find better sources? I usually just click the Google button when on SellerAmp. If I don't see for the max cost immediately and just closing out, am I quitting too fast? Yes. You will find basically nothing doing it like that, Thomas. Where you're going wrong, man, is you're missing out on pretty much the most important component of sourcing, which is making products good, right? So Thomas, I'm going to link a video for you in the chat. Really, if you watch any of Warner and I's product research videos, you're going to see a good bit of that here. So let me link that over to you. This video you should check out, man. It's really, really important. It's going to show you how to actually make the numbers work on different products here, which is the name of the game here.
Yeah. Yeah. The big thing is like, if you look up the product and it's within like maybe 30% of the max cost, then those are always worth digging in deeper. Cause you can usually find like just a 10% email coupon code, and then, 10 to 20% on a discounted gift card. And that's going to get you really close, right? Usually a coupon will be even better than that. Yeah, you need sales. Yeah. Coupons. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You are an extreme couponer now. Welcome to the life. Just a much more profitable than the one that, you see on TV buying like all kinds of random, laundry detergent and stuff. Although those people probably sling that stuff on Amazon too.
Yep. Coupons. Exactly. Yeah. You saw with that Gap item, right? It didn't work without the 20% code and without the gift cards right there, right? Yeah, 1 to 2K to get started with. Best place to start is going to be Warner and I's free courses, man. Yeah, it's going to be the best place to start there.
Yeah. Neither of us had an LLC right away, Lily, but we were both like broke young kids basically. So there was no personal liability that could have been gone after. So that's kind of have a convo with your CPA. Sounds like you already have. So like, yeah, we are not tax professionals on that, but I would if you have any like significant personal assets that you want to protect.
Yep. Is there like 800 something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, it is like crazy in Cali. They don't want you making money in Cali or something like that.
Yeah. Joey says I found 4 profitable products from if Walmart wasn't so low, they'll come back. Joey, look if you can prime bump there too, man. Look if you can price those items higher as well. Right there, which you might be able to. You might not be able to, but you might be able to as well.
Sounds good. Is net proceeds that Amazon pays from FBA technically the profit? No, Hannah, because net proceeds from Amazon is just your sales minus fees, right? And then you also have things like cost of goods sold and software costs and that kind of stuff. So that's where Boxem will track all the actual profit for you, right? And then you just add in your boxes that you buy and that kind of thing. And you'll have a really solid idea what you're actually making. But yeah, if you're looking at that as profit, then you're not thinking about like what you paid for it, basically.
Yep, in California. Best stores to get items from? Yeah, so like we buy from like all big types of retailers, but you don't start out on the store side of things. You start out on the Amazon side of things.
Yep. Boxem optimized. Yeah, you can do optimized on Boxem there, Neek. Sweet. Yeah, sounds good. Good vibes on the office hours today. Make sure you guys go try Boxem for free. Start making your shipments, tracking profit, all that kind of stuff, and then also dive into all the free content we've been putting out for you guys on my channel, on Miles' channel. Boxem channel has also got free content for you guys. Yeah, let us know if we can help you guys out with anything. And you guys have a good rest of your day.
Y'all be great. See you guys soon.